Higgsfield can turn a text prompt into a finished AI video in under a minute. It can also quietly bill you up to $129 a month and throw away whatever you didn't spend. That's not a guess on my part. It's sitting in Higgsfield's own help pages in plain language. Your subscription credits reset to 0 at the end of every billing cycle, spent or not. By the end of this video, you'll know what a genuinely cheaper setup looks like, what it actually costs per finished clip, and whether switching away from a subscription you already pay for is worth the hassle. There's one number in the middle of this video that changes the whole decision, so stick with me for that part. Here's the part that surprised me when I looked into it. The company charging you that monthly fee and the company actually rendering your video are not the same company. Higgsfield is closer to a storefront sitting on top of somebody else's engine. You're about to meet who that somebody else is, plus a free tool that quietly does the same job Higgsfield's app does for a fraction of the price and tells you exactly what the video will cost before it spends a single cent of your money. Quick definitions first, because 2 words in this video get thrown around like everyone already knows them, and I'd rather slow down for 10 seconds than lose you. Claude is an AI assistant made by a company called Anthropic. A Claude Skill is a free instruction file you hand to Claude that teaches it one specific job, closer to a recipe card than a piece of software. And GitHub is just a website where people post code and files for free for anyone to download and use. Number 1. What Higgsfield actually costs you. Higgsfield sells video and image generation through a straight subscription ladder. The starter plan runs $15 a month if you pay for the year upfront, or $19 a month if you pay monthly. Plus and Ultra climb from there, and the top consumer tier lands around $129 a month before any annual discount. Each plan hands you a fixed pool of credits every month, and here's the catch Higgsfield states outright on its own help pages. Those credits reset at the end of the billing period. Don't use them and they're gone. Buy extra credits on top of your plan, and those expire even faster, in 90 days. To be fair to Higgsfield, the higher tiers aren't just a bigger credit pile. The Ultra plan throws in unlimited generations on a handful of specific models for 7 days at a time, so a genuinely heavy week of testing can cost less per clip than the raw credit math suggests. If you make videos every single week without fail, that structure can work fine for you. You're paying for a habit you're already keeping. The problem shows up for anyone whose output is uneven. A busy month followed by a quiet one, because a quiet month still bills you the full price for credits you never touched. Number 2. The pay-as-you-go alternative sitting underneath it. There's a service called kie.ai that gives you access to a lot of the same underlying models Higgsfield uses to make its videos and images, things like Nano Banana for images and Seedance for video, but kie.ai doesn't sell a monthly plan at all. You deposit money, as little as $5, and it converts into credits at a fixed rate, half a cent each. You spend only when you generate something, and key. AI's own terms of use say plainly that those credits do not expire. No monthly reset, no 90-day clock running out quietly in the background. The trade-off is that kie.ai is built for people comfortable typing instructions rather than clicking through a polished app, which is exactly the gap the free tool in this video fills. Number 3. The free Claude skill that does the deciding for you. It's called Generate, and it lives inside a free public collection of skills published on GitHub by the same company behind Blotato, a separate publishing tool I'll get to shortly. GitHub, remember, is just a public shelf of code anyone can pull down for free, and this one genuinely costs nothing to install. Here's what the skill actually does, straight out of its own instructions. First, it drafts a cheap still image and shows it to you before spending anything on video. Second, it runs a quick quality check on that still, catching a wrong aspect ratio or a broken shot before you pay to animate it. Third, and this is the part I like most, it quotes you the exact cost in dollars before it generates anything, and it enforces a spending cap. $10 per session, and $50 a month by default that you can raise or lower yourself. There's also a quality floor built in on purpose. The skill refuses to drop below full 1080p resolution to save a few cents, because a video under that resolution can't actually be uploaded properly to TikTok or Instagram Reels anyway, so a cheaper, blurrier clip would just be wasted money dressed up as a saving. For video, it defaults to a model called Seedance 1.0 Pro, with a cheaper Seedance Lite option and a newer Seedance 2.5 available only if you ask for it by name. Run the actual math the skill's own documentation lays out, and one finished 10-second, full 1080p clip lands at roughly 75 cents. Compare that to Higgsfield's cheapest plan again. 75 cents buys you one finished clip with money left over, against a subscription that empties itself every month whether you used it or not. Number 4. Setting this up step by step without the jargon. You'll need Claude installed either through Claude Code if you're comfortable with that, or through the Claude app itself, since this skill installs the same way either place. You add the free skill with one short command copied straight from its GitHub page. It's actually one of 8 free skills in that same collection, the others mostly built around writing and scheduling social posts, so you're not installing anything you don't want. Separately, you open a free kie.ai account and put a small amount of money on it. $5 or $10 is plenty to start. From there, you simply ask Claude in plain English for the video you want, and the skill handles drafting the still, checking it, quoting you the price, and animating it once you say go. Number 5. And I want to be honest with you here, because this only works as a real comparison if I tell you the parts that are still a hassle. Higgsfield hands you one polished app, built-in presets, and character consistency without any setup at all. That's genuinely worth something if you'd rather click a button than type a sentence. The free skill route asks more of you upfront, a separate kie.ai account to fund, and comfort typing plain English requests into Claude instead of a menu. And if you actually want your finished clips to publish themselves straight to TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, the way the creator who first pointed this workflow out uses it for her own channels, that last step runs through Blotato, and Blotato itself is a separate paid product, not a free one. The generation side of this stack is free, the auto-publishing side isn't. So here's the honest verdict, and it really does depend on which of these sounds like you. If you make 1 or 2 videos a month for fun and never think much about the bill, Higgsfield's low tier is genuinely fine. You're not the person this switch is built for. If you're testing a lot of ideas, making videos in bursts, or building an actual channel where output is uneven month to month, the pay-as-you-go route through kie.ai and the free skill will cost you real money less over a year, because nothing you paid for quietly vanishes. And if you already use Claude for other work and want the entire pipeline automated end-to-end, drafting, quoting, generating, and publishing, this free skill plus key. AI plus Blotato is a cheaper full replacement for what Higgsfield's app is trying to be, once you're willing to set the 3 pieces up. So the short version, the subscription isn't the only way in anymore, and now you know exactly what the alternative costs down to the cent before you spend it. If you want to try any of this yourself, I've put the links to Higgsfield, kie.ai, and the free skills GitHub page in the description below. Let me know in the comments, are you sticking with a subscription or trying the pay-as-you-go route?